Colour, anatomy, line confidence, brush type and artist studies. These are the 5 main elements I've focused on to help improve my art. In 2021, I began experimenting with different brushes, colours, blending modes, etc. But everything I made looked like this. I had artists I looked up to, but I thought their art was so far out of my league that it wouldn't even be worth studying it, nor did I know what studying an artist actually meant. The thought of trying to learn the fundamentals of art scared me, so I didn't really improve. I started following short-form tutorials for rendering and referencing, but I still had no idea what I was doing. So in this video, I will explain 5 ways I actually improved my art from this to this. Colour. Understanding the basics of colour theory and creating a cohesive colour palette can change a whole illustration or character design. One way I took my colour palettes from this to this is by using a complementary, triadic, or analogous colour scheme. I add the main colour on a low opacity over every other colour that I will use in my drawing. This means that they all look like they're from the same environment. Each artist has their own way of colouring and shading, but I personally block in each main colour using a large brush or lasso fill, and add rough shadows and highlights using darker and lighter colours, usually increasing the saturation, but that depends on the environment. I create the colour scheme before putting down any colours, and often end up adjusting them until I think they look as good as possible. Anatomy. The next skill that was necessary for improving my art was learning anatomy. Finding a way to break down references that works for you will really help. Personally, I use a method similar to Choman drawing on YouTube. I will link a video in the description. I use basic shapes to show the placements of the head, shoulders, torso, pelvis and legs. I'm still working to improve this, but his method has really helped me to extract the main shapes from a reference and apply them to my own drawing. Line confidence. When you are unsure of where an aspect should be placed, it can often lead to chicken scratching. For example, you can see how this affects a drawing of a plain circle. To help this, you can practice drawing basic shapes in 1 or 2 lines, eventually building up to drawing what you actually want to draw. Try not to worry about the lines being slightly misplaced, as they can always be moved around later. Brush types and textures. Learning to use the right brush for you can massively improve your art. It's a common joke in the digital art community that beginners always use an airbrush to shade, which leads to muddy lines. This doesn't mean the airbrush is bad or that it can't be used to shade, but it is a brush that is often used to mask low line confidence, but it actually ends up making the drawing look worse, to me at least. I would recommend creating a brush. You can do this in Ibis Paint, Procreate, Clip Studio Paint, etc. Similar to an artist you look up for sketching, colouring and line art. These can be the same brush or separate. Each artist has their own preferred brushes and they can all be used to look great. You just need to find one that suits your art style. Finally, art style studies. These link back to every point, and are probably what has improved my art the most. This is another task with a method that varies for each person, but this is how I do them. First, I try to find a speed paint from the artist in question. I really recommend this, especially if this is your first artist copy. Next, I find or create brushes that are similar to theirs. I then try to follow their exact process for the piece they are making, aiming for an accurate copy. Try to figure out the shortcuts they use. This could be blending modes, pressure sensitivity, pattern brushes, etc. After this is finished, self-assess to see if there are any major differences. If there are, try to figure out why and how you can avoid them next time, if it is something you want to avoid. Then I would recommend trying to use their process to create your own illustration. You could draw a different character, if that's what you're studying, with a different colour palette and pose to test how well you can apply your new knowledge. This might take a while, but after every artist study, you should see at least a slight difference in your work. TPPO is a YouTube account focused on learning the fundamentals of art and studying art styles, and he is a part of what helped me study this way. I still have a long way to go with my art, but these 5 skills have helped me, and I hope this video has helped you too. This is my first art-related video, so I hope you all liked it. Please let me know any other videos you'd like to see and any feedback you have. I want to start posting more often, not just about art, but about other topics as well. I was thinking about writing a video essay exploring and criticising the rise of AI next, so please let me know if you'd be interested in that. I hope you all have a great day and a fun time creating art.